a young Ben bursts out the door with dreams blazing in his chest. Today was supposed to mark the beginning of his Pokémon journey, his first step toward becoming a legend. But when he reaches Professor Oak's lab, the excitement drains from his face. The room is empty. The Pokeballs, gone. Had arrived too late. The new trainers had already come and gone, their chosen partners now by their side. There was nothing left for him. No Pokémon, no Pokédex, no place in the story he had waited so long to join. Professor Oak offers only a quiet apology and a hesitant shrug. Sorry, Ben. Just gave away the last Pokémon minutes ago. Ben lowers his gaze, turns around, and walks back out the door. Because some journeys don't begin with a partner. Some begin alone. With no partner and no path, Ben wandered into the dense shadows of Viridian Forest. His footsteps were aimless, his thoughts clouded, until a sharp cry echoed through the trees. There, surrounded by a swarm of hostile Beedrill, was a wild Eevee, wounded, cornered, and barely standing. Ben acted on instinct. No Pokédex, no strategy, just raw resolve. He pulled out an old cracked Pokeball, likely tossed away by another trainer, and threw it. The Beedrill's attack missed with a second to spare, and it hit headfirst onto a tree, falling unconscious. The capture held. It wasn't a celebration. It was survival. Eevee didn't trust him, and Ben didn't expect him to. But something passed between them in that moment. An unspoken bond. Neither of them had been chosen, but together they had chosen not to give up. News of a nameless trainer with a battle-scarred Eevee began to spread. Not among champions or league elites, but in whispers from gym to gym. A newcomer. Quiet, focused, dangerous. No one knew his name, but his battles spoke for him. His Eevee moved with intent. Not flair, but force. And every victory left a single unanswered question in its wake. Who is this boy? And why does he fight like he has something to prove? Ben didn't seek glory. He wasn't chasing badges for pride. He was chasing something deeper, something that had been taken before he even understood what he'd lost. And so did Eevee. The message came without warning, a single transmission on Ben's dusty Pokegear. Ben, it's Cow. Come to the lab now. No explanation. On arrival, Pallet Town felt different, quieter. Off. And the lab. The windows were cracked. The door hung ajar. Inside, the air smelled like burnt wires and broken promises. Cow. The assistant sat slouched in a chair, his arm bandaged, his lab coat stained and torn, stared at Ben, guilt heavy in his eyes. You were never meant to be left behind. The last Pokémon, it was special, but we didn't give it away freely. Someone took it. Now they have kidnapped Professor Oak too. I don't understand. He looked toward a console sparking in the corner. It's older than this town, and it's waking up. Ben nodded without so much as a flinch. He had no badge, no mentor, no plan. The professor's words echoed in Ben's head as he approached the entrance to Mount Moon. It's older than all of Kanto, and it's waking up. Ben didn't know what it was, only that the air had changed. Mount Moon wasn't just a cave anymore. It felt like a wound in the earth. As he and Eevee moved deeper, the path grew colder, warped, alive. Even the walls seemed to breathe. Then, in the deepest hollow, the silence broke. A Clefable stood waiting. But this wasn't a wild encounter. Its movements were unnatural, like something was controlling it from the inside. Eevee growled low, stepping forward. But Ben held him back, because just behind the Clefable stood a figure. Behind the hooded figure, lightning pulsed faintly in the air. This wasn't the beginning of a battle. This was the start of a reckoning.